Hello and welcome back to Redbird Field for today's first and potentially only game of the day. We have Sleepy Eye hosting Wyndham. Both teams here have been playing pretty good baseball here as of late. It's a rematch of the very first game of the tournament where Sleepy Eye beat Wyndham to advance. Wyndham had to play a couple last night had to win a couple last night to get to today. They beat St. James in the first game 5-3 behind a solid pitching performance by Jackson Joyce. And then the second game last night was against Luverne. Wyndham beat Luverne 7-1. Drew Rothenberger went the distance and threw a pretty good game there against Luverne, which brings us to our matchup today. Wyndham, it's win or go home. They have to win both games, or they have to win the first game to make it to the second game. Starting lineups for today, Wyndham is going to have Quentin Teets leading off. He's going to be out in center field. And left field is going to be number 7, Adam Parizo. Behind the plate for Wyndham is going to be number 2, Hayden Teets, followed up by the third baseman, number 16, Hunter Palm. Over at first base is going to be number 8, Stevie Meyer. Jackson Joyce, who threw the first game last night, is going to be at shortstop again. Number 20, Joel Wallinga, is going to be at second base. Charles Erickson, number 5, is going to be pitching. And then out in right field, number 27, Nick Wallinga. Looking over at Sleepy Eye, leading things off for them is going to be number 13, the center fielder, John Peterman. Batting second, the right fielder, number 17, Talon Helgett. Second base is going to be number 15, Aaron Sains. Number 7, Cody Schultz will be at third base. Behind the plate, it's going to be number 4, Caden Evers. In shortstop, number 10, Winston Ninehouse. At first base for Sleepy Eye is going to be number 19, Owen Wise. DHing for the pitcher is going to be number 1, Brandon Schmitz. And then to round out the batting order is going to be number 24 in left field, Isaac Lent. Mark Anderson is going to be on the mound for Sleepy Eye. We've got a bit of a standoff here between number 16, Marcus Martinez, and I can't see the number 16, Hunter Palm. Number 26, Jackson Beaker, to see who the last one was going to be to step off the field after the national anthem there. And it looks like Wyndham won that with Marcus Martinez heading back to the dugout. Martinez had a nice-looking lip sweater there, rocking the mustache. Gotta love that. All right, leading things off here for Wyndham, we got number 4, the center fielder, Quentin Teets. Teets led the game off against Luverne last night. On the first offering that he saw, he sent that one over the left field wall. Let's see what he does here against Mark Anderson from Sleepy Eye. Big swing and a miss for strike 1. Anderson pitching from the windup. Gets the sign, steps and delivers. Curveball, swing and a miss by Teets. Teets quickly behind 0-2. And here's the pitch, and he fouls that one straight back off the screen. Staying alive. Got some fans in the patio there on the left side, left field foul line. Teets fouls that one straight back. Wyndham tonight, sporting, or this morning I should say, sporting the blue tops with the white pants. Sleepy Eye with the periwinkle tops and the white pants. Anderson kicks and delivers, and that's going to be a line drive between the shortstop and the third baseman for a base hit. Wyndham doing a lot of small ball in the last two games last night. Some bunting, some stealing, hit and runs. I've got to expect that we'll see some of that today. Parizo pretty fast on the bases. Teets pretty fast on the bases. Anderson aware. Quick throw back to first. Teets slides in safe. Parizo digs back into the left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. He squares to bunt, and he bunts that one foul. Wyndham not afraid to bunt. Lovell at third base, giving the signs. Parizo steps back in, asking for time. Digs in. Anderson sets. Runner takes off. Parizo squares to bunt, pulls back. And Teets is safe at second. The shortstop, Winston Ninehouse, did not catch the ball and was unable to apply the tag. So stolen base for Quentin Teets. John. So 0-2 the count here to Parizo. Teets leads off at second. Pretty good lead. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be lifted out the right field. Is it playable? It is not. It's going to fall. Teets is going to come into second. Or Teets is into third. And Parizo overruns the bag, and he is out at second base. So he made it safely, but overran the bag in the throwback second base, and they applied the tag before he could get back safely. So one down, but the run does score. So Hayden Teets, the catcher for Wyndham, comes up with the bases empty after that RBI double by Parizo. Here's the pitch. Parizo squared to bunt, pulled it back, takes called strike one. Here's the pitch. Does not swing, takes called strike two. So Anderson again up early in the count here, 0-2. And got him looking. Called strike three. Two down. That's going to bring up the third baseman, number 16, Hunter Palm. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Palm takes it high. Low, ball two. So after falling ahead early to the first couple of batters, Anderson has fallen behind 2-0 here to Palm. That one's going to be lifted up and out of play. Here's a pitch from Anderson. High and over the head of the catcher. 3-0. Got to assume here that Palm is going to be taking a pitch. 3-0 count. Here's the pitch from Anderson. And that one misses outside. Ball four. So a 4-pitch walk to Palm, and that's going to bring up number 8, the first baseman, Stevie Meyer. Meyer looking for his first hit in 3 games. He struggled at the plate last night with 3 strikeouts. Fouls that one off the catcher's helmet. 0-1. Anderson checks the runner at first and delivers home. Missing low and away. Ball. Pretty good crowd here on a Saturday morning. A lot of Sleepy Eye fans have made the trip down. Some Wyndham fans as well along the first base line. There's a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball. 1-2 count. 81 degrees here at Redbird Field with a pretty good breeze pushing from right to left. And here's Anderson's delivery. That's called third strike on the inside part of the plate. So after 2 hits and 1 run, Wyndham is out of the inning. Sleepy Eye up next. Leading things off for Sleepy Eye here is number 13, the center fielder, John Peterman. He's going to be facing Charles Erickson from Wyndham. I've not had the opportunity to see Charles pitch yet in this tournament. Gets the sign, kicks and delivers. High for ball 1. Peterman rocking the old school stirrups. The white batting gloves. He takes strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Steps back in. Erickson shakes off the first sign. Picks the second sign. That's going to be a chopper up the middle over the bag. Second base bag for a base hit. That's going to bring up number 17, the right fielder, Talon Helgett. Helgett batting left. Is going to be looking at a big hole there on the right side of the field with Peterman being held at first. So Erickson takes the sign, steps, delivers, and Talon goes to bunt. And Peterman got thrown out at first base. Hayden Teets snap throw to first. Got Peterman heading towards second base and was not able to get back to first in time for the first out. So that negates that leadoff single by Peterman. So bases are now empty for Helgett, and he's going to take high for a ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 1. Big swing and a miss. Strike 2. So here early in the game, each team has had a base running miscue way outside. Parizo overrunning second base there in the top half of the first for Wyndham. And then Peterman getting picked off at first here for Sleepy Eye. Here's the pitch from Erickson, and that's high for a walk. That's going to bring up Arian Signs for Sleepy Eye. Arian Signs batting for Sleepy Eye. He's got a quality lip sweater too as well. Love when I can see these high school kids sporting some facial hair. Here's the pitch from Erickson. That one is a check swing foul over to Stevie Meyer at first base there. It's going to send Helgett back to first. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, another snap throw down to second base, and the throw hits the runner in the back. A missed throw by Meyer, should have been out number 2. But that's going to get Helgett over to second safely. Here's the pitch from Erickson. That one's going to be sliced foul down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Erickson looking the runner back at second base. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be lined into right field. And they're going to hold the runner at 3. So now we have runners at first and second for the third baseman, Cody Schultz. So runners at first and third here with a 1 out for Sleepy Eye. See if they put a play on here, a little hit and run or a delayed steal. Cody digs in. Erickson takes the sign. Set, delivers. Takes called strike on the outside corner of the plate. Nothing moving on the bases, that pitch. Schultz steps out, takes the sign. Takes back into the batter's box. Here's the pitch. That one is lifted up and out of play. So Erickson up 0-2 here. Payoff pitch, and that gets by the catcher. And Helgett is going to come in from third to score on that pass ball. And that is also going to move up Signs from first to second base. So the first run for Sleepy Eye comes on a passed ball. That misplay from Myers to Jackson Joyce at shortstop there to get the play on that pickoff. Comes back to haunt Wyndham. And Schultz is going to push that one through the infield on the right field side there. And he's going to bring in a run. Signs is going to score, and Schultz is on to second base on that throw home. That's going to bring up number 4, Cody Evers. So we've got Wyndham up 2-0. The score on the bottom of your screen is incorrect. We're having some technical difficulties, but we'll get there. Big swing and a miss to Evers. Got a plane doing a little flyby overhead. Time is called. Looks like we've got the scoreboard taken care of here. Evers steps back in. Here's the pitch, high. One ball, 2 strikes here to Evers. Here's the pitch. He fouls that one back to the screen. Still one out here in the bottom half of the first inning. That one is hit out to the outfield. Center fielder Quentin Teets moving over to his right to make that play. 2 down. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Winston Ninehouse. Winston steps in. He's got his sliding mitt in his back right pocket, hoping to get on base here. Put that to use. Here's a pitch from Erickson outside. A nice block by Hayden Teets to keep that ball in front of him and to keep the runner at second base. 1 ball, no strikes here to Ninehouse. Here's the pitch from Erickson. Low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down. Here in the bottom of 1. Steps off, no throw to second base. Erickson toes the rubber, looks runner back. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-0. Outside for called strike 1. Ninehouse thought that was ball 4. To be honest with you, so did I. Erickson delivers high for ball 4 this time. That's going to bring up the first baseman, number 19, Owen Weiss. So runners at first and second here. Ninehouse slides his oven mid on. Big swing and a miss here by 19, Owen. Here's the pitch from Erickson after he looks the runner back at second base there. Jackson Joyce, the shortstop, dancing with him a little bit. Weiss takes ball 1. Count is even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Erickson looks in, gets the sign, sets, delivers. Strike 2. Like a fastball in the heart of the plate. Erickson settles on the pitch, sets and delivers. Ooh, nice frame job by Hayden Teets to get that called. 3rd strike there on Owen Weiss. That's going to end the first inning, though, but Sleepy Eye does strike twice. They now lead 2-1. Jackson Joyce leading things off for Wyndham here. He pitched the first game of last night's doubleheader and got the win over St. James 5-3. Joyce steps in. Here's the pitch from Anderson, and Joyce lifts that one straight up and out of play behind the plate. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Takes that for strike 2. So Jackson down early here, 0-2 in the count. Pitch from Anderson. Anderson working fast. And that one's high for ball 1. Sleepy Eye will be celebrating the 102nd anniversary of Babe Ruth playing in Sleepy Eye. That's a big swing and a miss by Jackson Joyce for out number 1. Up next for Wyndham is number 20, the second baseman, Joe Wallinga. In October of 1922, Babe Ruth played a game in Sleepy Eye, hit 2 home runs. It's called strike 1 for Wallinga on the outside half of the plate. From what I read last night before falling asleep, it was a pretty cold day, but about 900 people showed up. There's a chopper to short. Shortstop air mails that one out of play, and that is going to advance Wallinga over to second base on that Hail Mary throw from the shortstop. That's going to bring up number 5, the pitcher, Charles Erickson. Can you imagine if one of today's greatest players went around to small towns like Sleepy Eye, Luverne, Wyndham, and played ball? Can you imagine the frenzy of Shohei Ohtani or Bryce Harper? It'd be pretty cool. Erickson's big swing and a miss there on that first offering from Anderson. Joyce leading off at second base there. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Another big swing and a miss from Erickson. Erickson down 0-2. Anderson with that right arm hanging as he looks in, pitching from the stretch to get the sign. And a throw back to the shortstop. Almost tried to do the Ron Kent Herbeck there with Ninehouse pushing Jackson a little bit, but Jackson was able to stay on the bag. Safe at second. Here's the pitch from Anderson. That one's lifted high. Should be playable. Some fair territory. Anderson makes the play. Foul territory there. So we got one down, and that is going to bring up the right fielder, number 27, Nick Wallinga. So Wallinga hoping to push the runner over to third and score a run. Erickson not able to help himself with that pop-up in foul territory there. Here's the pitch from Anderson. High, ball 1. Joyce leading off at second. Here's the pitch from Anderson. High, but called for a strike. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here. Ninehouse dancing a little bit. Shortstop there. Anderson clips the outside half of the plate for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Wallinga. Long look back at second, and here's the pitch. High, ball 2. Come on, Mark. Here's the pitch from Anderson. And I caught him looking, called strike 3, and he is out. So Wyndham does not score, but that's going to bring up the top of the lineup for Wyndham their next plate appearance. Leading things off for Sleepy Eye, the bottom half of the second inning here is a designated hitter, number 1, Brandon Schmitz. It's Erickson with the pitch. Called strike 1. Here's a pitch from Anderson. That one's going to be lifted up and out of play. Erickson quickly jumps ahead 0-2 in the count here against Schmitz. The delivery. Ooh, good framing job by Tietz there behind the plate, but the umpire not biting on that one. Calls that one a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Erickson, and that one is hit into the gap between first and second base for a base hit. That's going to bring up the 9-hitter, the left fielder, number 24, Isaac Lent.
Come on, 24.
Lent, left-handed batter. Pick-off play from Erickson over at first base. Tag not in time. Schmitz, not a big lead over there at first. And Lent bunts, moves that runner over to second base. He's out at 1. That's going to bring up the top of the order. Number 13, John Peterman. Wyndham, a town that I've been to many times, going to the cities and whatnot. Sleepy Eye, I have not made an appearance in Sleepy Eye since we scrimmaged them back in the spring of 1998. Tom Rops was the B squad coach of Luverne at that time. I talked Tom into letting me play second base for an inning. There's a called strike on the outer half of the plate there from Erickson. Rops begrudgingly let me play second base for an inning until I booted a ball. There's called strike 2 to Peterman. There's a ground ball to my left, and I booted that one. Mostly I played outfield and first base back in high school and amateur ball. After that, though, after the scrimmage, Mike Winiger, the varsity coach, there's a hot shot to second base. To step and throw, and scooped by Meyer to get out number 2. But that is going to leave Talon Helgett with the runner at third with 2 out. Mike Winiger was the varsity coach for the baseball team at the time. And he drove us all up to the Twins Blue Jays game afterwards. Twins had an afternoon game that day. Roger Clemens was scheduled to pitch that day. Here Erickson delivers a strike fastball. And Clemens did not pitch that day. He was on the injured list. He had pulled a muscle in his previous start. Here's a pop fly out to left field. And left fielder camps out and makes that play. So Sleepy Eye threatening but does not score that inning. So Sleepy Eye still up 2-1. During the game, though, against the Twins and the Blue Jays, a bunch of my friends and I, we went and sat along the Twins bullpen. If you remember the old Metrodome where the bullpen was along the foul lines, respectively, on each side. And we sat and we talked to Twins relief pitcher Frankie Rodriguez for a good portion of the game. We all thought that was pretty cool that a Major League ball player would sit and talk to a bunch of high school kids during the game. But a lot of fun memories of that day. Pretty sure the Twins lost that day, though. I was back when the Twins were terrible in the late 90s, before the early 2000s when they started playing some decent ball again. Wyndham going to start things off with their center fielder, the leadoff batter, number 4, Quentin Teets. Teets comes in, steps into the box, digs in. Anderson adjusts, looks in, gets the sign, kicks and delivers. Big swing and a miss on that breaking ball. Anderson switching his speeds up here pretty well this morning. So that one misses. High for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss on the fastball. Anderson now up 1-2 in the count. Heat's going to shorten his swing up here a little bit, protect the plate. Gonna swing at the off speed and miss. Anderson pulled the string on that one for strikeout for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up number 7, the left fielder, Adam Parizo. Parizo with a double his last at bat. Overran second base, though, and was tagged out. Parizo pretty fast on the base pass. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Parizo had a stand-up triple in one of the games last night. Steps out of the box, takes a deep breath, composes himself, steps back in. Anderson quick with the pitch and hits the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Parizo. Left-handed batter. Pretty good ball player for Wyndham there, out there in left field. Here's the pitch. And he lifts that one high and out of play down the left field line. That one is going to land out there by the river. Had some good distance on it, but it ends up just being a long strike for Anderson. The wind pushing that ball. Some young Luverne residents riding in the bike path behind the field there. Stop and pick up that foul ball. Anderson delivers low for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strike here to Parizo. Parizo steps back into the box. Anderson pitches. And pulls the string on that one. And that gets Parizo for the second strikeout of the inning. The second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 2, Hayden Teets. So Hayden calls for time, fills in some of the holes there in the right-handed batter's box. Anderson steps and delivers. Hits the outside corner of the plate for strike 1, a fastball. Anderson working pretty fast here. Gets the ball back. He's already got the sign, and he's kicking and delivering inside for ball one. High. Upper half of the strike zone, though. Called strike two. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 2 outs. Ew, and that one is lined right back up the middle past Anderson. Signs gets the ball, steps over and throws to first, but had the throw been on target, I still don't think he would have had Teets pretty fast down the baseline there. So an infield hit for Teets, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, number 16, Hunter Palm. So Teets on first base. He is a threat to steal. Let's see what Wyndham does here with 2 outs on the base pass there. And he takes off, and Palm squares to bunt and pulls back for a ball. Teets over there at second base now, advancing. That ball getting past the catcher. Palm steps back in. Teets leads off at second base. No one keeping him close. Ninehouse dances with him a little bit. Palm takes fastball for strike 1. One ball, 1 strike here to Palm from Anderson. Anderson looks back at the runner at second base, Hayden Teets. Time is called. You got to think that Teets is in the head of Mark Anderson here a little bit. Anderson steps back in. Gets the sign from the catcher. Teets dancing out there on second base. Oh, and they got him picked off. And he is going to be out at third. So Teets upset. I don't know if he's upset with himself or with the call, but either way, you got picked off, and that'll end the inning. So that is going to bring back Hunter Palm to start the next inning for Wyndham. Wyndham's still down 2-1, though, through 2.5. Leading things off for Sleepy Eye is going to be the second baseman, Arian Signs. Wind still blowing here at Redbird Field. Quick little infield meeting at the pitcher's mound. Erickson chewing on his glove there a little bit. Looks like he's tightening the laces. Kicks some dirt there at the rubber. Takes a look around to make sure that his defense is ready to play ball. He looks in for the sign. Signs steps in. Here's the pitch. And that is a heck of a frame job by Hayden Teets there to get that called first strike. Here's the pitch from, that one's high. Ball 1. Here's the pitch from Erickson. High ball 2. Arian takes ball 3 outside. Erickson quickly behind here, 3-1. Here's the pitch from Erickson. This is high with that one. That one's going to bring up number 7, the third baseman, Cody Schultz. Schultz looks down at the third base coach, taking the signs. See if Sleepy Eye does some small ball here. Big lead there from Signs at first base. It's a nice stop there by Hayden Teets behind the plate to keep that ball in front of him. Erickson down on the count, 1-0. Schultz steps in. Here's a pitch from Erickson. That is taken for high. Ball 2. Here's the pitch. Down misses low. 3-0. Erickson's in trouble here, walking the first 2 batters of the Sleepy Eye half of the third. And that's exactly what he does. That ball gets past Teets, the catcher, and Signs thinking about taking off for third, but puts on the brakes and stays there. That's going to bring up number 4, the catcher, Caden Evers. Quick little meeting at the mound here for Wyndham after Erickson walks the first 2 batters. Caden Evers, the catcher, another member of the Caterpillar Club here for Sleepy Eye. He's got a nice lip sweater as well. So you see what he can do here with runners on first and second and nobody out here. All this facial hair from Sleepy Eye reminds me of back when I used to play VFW ball. Derek Omi, my assistant coach that summer, came up to me and said, hey, if you can grow a beard, you need to grow a beard in the 10th grade. And so that's exactly what I did. Erickson sets, delivers, and that ball should have been caught by Teets, but that one gets by him. And so both the runners advance. Wyndham in a bit of a jam here with runners at second and third and nobody out, with the catcher, Caden Evers, at the plate. And that ball is fouled back off the canopy. Wyndham has moved the infield end for that infield ground ball for a play at the plate. Keep those runners at second and third. Here's the pitch. A big swing and a miss. So Erickson gets ahead of the count, 1-2. He steps back in. Here's the kick and the delivery. And that one is lifted out to center field. Quentin Teets is going to camp under it. There is going to be a play at home. A strong throw from Teets, but not in time. Arian Signs rolls into home to score the 3rd run for Sleepy Eye. And Cody Schultz is going to advance from second to third. So an RBI for Evers, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, number 10, Winston Ninehouse. So sac fly for Evers. Wyndham now down 3-1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch from Erickson. Ninehouse squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes strike 1. Ninehouse steps back in after getting the signs from the third base coach. Here's the pitch from Erickson, and he lines that one into left field. That one is going to be caught, and there's going to be no advancement of the runner. Cody Schultz did not tag. He thought that was going to drop, so he had to go back to third. and was not able to score on that line drive out to left field. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 19, or excuse me, the first baseman, number 19, Owen Wise. Owen steps in. Here's the pitch from Erickson. Big swing and a miss. Takes that one low for a ball. Nice stop by Teets to keep that one in front of him and the runner at third base.
Come on, oh! Line it up, bud. Come on, drive her out there somewhere.
Here's the pitch from Erickson. Takes that one high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 down here in the bottom half of the third. Erickson takes the sign. Here's the pitch inside, ball 3. Wise, the number 7 hitter in the lineup. Here's the pitch from Erickson. And that's high for ball 4. So that's going to bring up the DH, number 1, Brandon Schmitz. So we got runners at first and third here with 2 out. Wyndham deciding what they're going to do defensively. If Wise decides to take off here with the first and third situation. And that is going to be a wild pitch, and Cody Schultz is going to come in to score. And Owen Wise moves over to second base. So Wyndham kind of shooting themselves in the foot here. Pushes another run across. Now they are down. That one's going to be lifted high, not a play.
Brandon! Come on, Brandon!
Erickson looks in, looks at the runner at second, pitches missing outside. 2-0. Ooh. Called strike. Counts 2-2 here. Erickson looks in, gets the sign, kicks and delivers. And that one's going to be fouled off the home plate umpire's face mask. Quick little meeting at the mound between Erickson and Hayden Teets. Good hustle there by number 24, the left fielder, Isaac Lent, to get that foul ball.
Line up, Brandon. Come on, bud. Get green out there.
Here's pitch to Erickson. And called third strike to Brandon Schmitz, the designated hitter. But Sleepy Eye strikes twice and scores 2, now leading 4-1. So Palm goes down looking. That's going to bring up number 8, the first baseman, Stevie Myers. Here's a pitch from Anderson, high for ball 1. Here's a pitch from Anderson. Myers fouls that one straight back. Anderson gets the new ball from the catcher there. Hops back on the mound. Pitch from the windup. Here's the pitch. And curveball high for strike 1. That looked to be eye level. I think the Sleepy Eye fans were a little surprised with that call too. And Myers lifts that one out to right field, and that one's going to be caught by the right fielder. With second out at the inning. That's going to bring up number 15, the shortstop, Jackson Joyce. So Joyce comes in hoping to avoid a 1-2-3 inning. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Outside corner, missed for ball number 1. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Check swing. Feels down to first base ump, and he did not go. So Joyce up in the count, 2-0. Pitch from Anderson. High. Ball 3. Joyce is going to be looking at this next one. Wanting to make sure that it's a strike before he takes a swing. Takes called strike 1. Here's the pitch from Anderson. Now it's fouled back to the screen. So after working the count 3-0, Joyce is now in a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Steps back into the box. Anderson gets the sign, kicks and delivers, and he ends up walking Jackson Joyce. That is going to bring up the second baseman, number 20, Joe Walinga. So with 2 down, Anderson walks Joyce to put a runner at first base. That's going to bring up Walinga here. Pickoff play. And Joyce is able to dive back safely to first. Here's a delivery home. That's going to be outside, but called the strike. Anderson up in the count, 0-1. Walinga steps back in. Here's the pitch, and he lines that one up the middle. Anderson able to scoop that one up and make the play at 1. So quick inning for Sleepy Eye there on the defensive end. And Wyndham does not score any on no runs and 1 runner left on base. Leading things off for Sleepy Eye is going to be the left fielder, number 24, Isaac Lent. Sleepy Eye putting up 2 last time they came to the plate. 4-1 here. Still a steady breeze, pushing from right to left. Erickson steps and delivers. And that is called for a strike on the inside corner. Fastball. A pitch from Erickson. That one's going to be lifted out of play. Over the patio there in the left field. Here's Erickson looking in, gets the pitch that he wants, steps and delivers, and that one gets past the catcher. No harm, no foul as nobody's on base. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 2. 2-2. Pitch from Erickson, and that one is chopped foul towards the Wyndham dugout. Lent up there battling. Erickson gets the sign, delivers high for a call, 3rd strike. Lent thought that was high for a ball, but he ends up having to walk back to the dugout. That's going to bring up the top of the order, number 13, John Peterman. So big strike zone here today, at least high. Peterman takes off-speed pitch, low and away for ball number 1. Here's a pitch from Erickson. And that one misses. That looks pretty good from here. 2 balls, no strikes. Erickson delivers. That one's going to be lifted high. And Erickson's going to take care of that one himself for out number 2. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Talon Helgett. So 2 quick outs here for Erickson, a strikeout, and then he caught that pop-up by John Peterman here for the 2nd out of the inning. Helgett steps in, left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. And that one is going to be lifted out to left field, and that is not going to be caught. Tried to sell it, but it looked like he trapped it, and the base ump said no catch. So that's going to be a base hit for Talon Helgett. That's going to bring up number 15, Arian Signs. So valiant effort out there in left field by Adam Parizo. Did not get the call, though. And Helgett takes off, and he's going to get into second base safely.
Come on, Arian. Come on, Arian. Get it all, bud.
One ball, no strikes here to Signs. Here's a pitch from Erickson. He's going to take that low for ball number 2. Erickson gets set, looks at the runner, delivers home, and that one's going to be hit out to Quentin Teets out there in right field, or in center field anyway. And he drifts back and makes play for the 3rd out. So that base hit by Helgett does nothing for Sleepy Eye, as they do not score in the bottom half of the 4th inning. I'd like to thank everyone that has watched a game or two at home through this tournament on YouTube here at Redbird Field. Go ahead and leave a comment on your favorite Legion memory. It could be from this tournament or watching a family member play or back when you used to play yourself. Let's get a little interactive here. Going into the top half of the fifth inning here. Erickson's going to lead things off here for Wyndham, hoping to help his cause here a little bit. Down 3. Top of the fifth inning here. Here's the pitch from Anderson, and Erickson takes a big swing and a miss. Pitch from Anderson. That one misses outside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anderson gets the sign, steps and delivers. That one is curveball high for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire likes calling that upper half of the zone. That one misses outside, evens the count at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. See what Anderson offers here. That one is going to be chopped to the third baseman. Third baseman's going to step and throw to make the play easily. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 27, Nick Wallinga. So Erickson unable to reach safely and help himself out on the mound by adding a base runner. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, Nick Wallinga. Wallinga steps out, but the ball breaks back in, getting the inside half of the plate on that curveball for a called strike 1. Anderson working quickly again here in the 5th. Hits the outside corner. That one looked to be outside, but home plate umpire liked that pitch, called it a strike. So Wallinga down 0-2 here quickly. And swing and a miss for out number 2. That's going to bring up the top of the order, number 4, Quentin Teets. Teets made the play in center field there in the last half inning to end Sleepy Eye's half at the plate. Looking to do something here with 2 outs, start a little bit of a 2-out rally. That one is high and unable to be caught by the catcher for ball number 1. Anderson looks in, gets the sign, steps and delivers. That one is fouled straight back. Teets on that one. Adam Parizo getting his exercise, chasing that pass ball and that foul ball. And this one's going to be lifted high and straight back out of play over the canopy. Some lucky fan is going to get a freeze pop out of that foul ball. It's going to taste good on a 84-degree day. Anderson looks in, gets a sign, kicks and delivers. High curveball, it doesn't break. For ball, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Anderson chops that one foul towards the Sleepy Eye dugout. And a big curveball, swing and a miss for out number 3. And Teets not happy with himself as he slams his bat into the ground on his way back to the dugout. So 3 up, 3 down for Wyndham. That is going to bring up the Sleepy Eye team. Third baseman, number 7, Cody Schultz, going to lead things off for Sleepy Eye here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Long walk back behind the plate for Hayden Teets there after that little meeting on the mound. Teets digs in there, fills in his holes behind home plate, and gets set here eventually. Cody Schultz steps out, waiting patiently. And now we're ready to play some ball. Erickson takes the sign, delivers ball 1. There's the pitch. Hits the outside part of the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 things that have been consistent with the umpire today is that outside corner and that upper end of the zone, and that one's going to be hit between the third baseman and the shortstop for a leadoff single. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 4, Caden Evers. So Evers comes up. It's got a runner on first here after that single by Schultz. Evers looks over at third base coach, gets the sign, steps into the batter's box, digs in a little bit. Erickson gets the sign from Teets and delivers that high fastball for called strike 1. Schultz leads off at first base. Snap throw, not in time. Stevie Myers scoops that low throw from Hayden Teets and applies the tag. But Schultz already on the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Evers. Here's the pitch. That's that outside corner of the plate again for strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here. Erickson takes a quick look over at first, shakes off the first sign, takes the second sign, and Evers lifts that one foul off the screen behind home plate. Erickson gets set and strikes out Evers looking. Evers smiling and laughing to himself, shakes his head that was not a strike. But either way, he's walking back to the dugout. That's going to bring up number 10, the shortstop, Winston Ninehouse. So 1 down here for Ninehouse. Schultz still at first base. That's a curveball that doesn't break. High for a ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Erickson delivers, and a bunt by Ninehouse. He is going to beat that as Erickson throws the ball away. And Schultz is going to round third, and he is going to be out. Oh, safe at the plate. They missed the tag at home. And Ninehouse is going to go all the way to third base on that throw. It looked like there was a play at the plate there. I thought he was going to be called out, but he beat the tag just barely to be safe at home. That's going to bring up the first baseman, number 19, Owen Wise. So Erickson not helping himself at all by throwing that ball down the right field line, allowing the run to score from first. And Ninehouse able to get all the way to third base in that. Owen takes called strike 1 on that outside part of the plate. And here's the pitch, misses outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wyndham now down 5-1 against Sleepy Eye here. High, ball 2. The umpire has been calling that upper half of the strike zone, but that one's still a little high. Hayden Teets could frame that all he wanted, and he's not going to get that call. Low and away. Nice block by Teets there to keep that runner at third. And Erickson falls behind 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. That one misses outside for ball number 4. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, number 1, Brandon Schmitz. Kessler Severson coming in to pinch run for Owen Wise. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here for Wyndham. Let's see if I can get it figured out here, what we got shifting around. It looks like Quentin Teets is going to come in from center field and is going to pitch. And we'll see where Charles Erickson ends up and who's going to take things out in center field.
Come back to picture.
So as Quentin Anderson's warming up here on the mound, it looks like Stevie Meyer is going to move from first base out to left field. And it looks like the left fielder, Adam Parizo, is going to be going out to center field. And Quentin Anderson, Charles Erickson is going to move to first base. And it looks like those are going to be the defensive changes for Wyndham here in the bottom half of the 5th inning as Quentin Teets comes in relief. So Quentin Teets comes in from center field, the pitch. Steps in, got runners at first and third that he inherited from Erickson. Brandon Schmidt is going to take the first offering. A delayed steal here, and there's a runner going to score easily from third. Wyndham forgot all about him. And Kessler Severson is going to be out in the rundown. But the run scores, and that's going to increase the lead for Sleepy Eye from 5-1 to 6-1. They do get the out, so now there are 2 outs. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. So defensive miscue there by Wyndham on that delayed steal play. And then Quentin throws inside and almost hits Schmitz, excuse me. Here's the pitch from Teets. That one is going to be chopped to third, past the third baseman into shortstop, and the shortstop's going to make the throw, but not nearly in time. And that's going to be an infield hit for Schmitz, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, number 24, Isaac Lentz. Isaac comes in with 2 out. Looking to keep this inning alive for Sleepy Eye and continue to add to their lead. Teets delivers strike 1.
24.
He's going to lift that one out to left field. Stevie Myers drifts over to his right and makes the play to end the inning for Sleepy Eye. Adam Parizo steps in for Wyndham here in the top half of the sixth inning. Wyndham down to their last 6 out here. They need to do something against Mark Anderson here if they want to play game 2 this afternoon. Anderson delivers outside half of the plate for strike number 1. Here's the pitch from Anderson inside, missing. Evens up to count 1-1 for Parizo. Parizo fills in the hole there in the left-hand batter's box. Takes a deep breath, steps back in. Anderson delivers. Breaking ball for called strike 2. And the delivery, that's breaking ball inside. Ball 2, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Parizo ducked out of that one. Anderson kicks and delivers. Big swing and a miss by Parizo for a strikeout for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 2, Hayden Teets.
Come on, Marsh.
Hayden opting out of using his pink batting gloves that he's been using in the previous games. Steps in here against Anderson. Anderson delivers. That one's going to be lifted high and out of play. Oh, it is going to come back into play. Nice catch there by the catcher, Caden Evers, to make that play for out number 2. That is a quick at-bat for Hayden Teets. That's going to bring up the third baseman, number 16, Hunter Palm. So the wind pushing that one back into play in order for Evers to make that play. Let's see what Hunter Palm, the third baseman, can do. He's going to take called strike 1. A lot of bat movement by Palm. He's going to check swing, did not go. Takes ball 1. And he chops that one behind the plate for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out here in the top half of the 6th inning. Way outside. 2-2. Ooh, and that hits him. And that one sounded like it hurt as Pence drops down to his knees, gets up slowly, and starts making his way towards first base. Could hear that one make contact up here in the booth, and that did not sound fun at all. He's going to be feeling that one in the morning for sure. So Palm hit by pitch. That's going to bring up the new left fielder, number 8, Stevie Meyer. After the long walk down to first base after being hit by that pitch, Hunter Palm leads off at first. Brings up Stevie Meyer. Meyer takes the pitch here. Outside part of the plate. Called strike 1. Anderson sets, delivers. That one is grounded to the third baseman. Should be an easy throw, and that will retire the side for Wyndham. So Wyndham leaves 1, doesn't score any on no hits. Sleepy Eye up 6-1. Sleepy Eye starting the bottom half of the sixth inning here with their leadoff batter, number 13, John Peterman. Sleepy Eye looking to add to their lead. They scored 2 in the first, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fifth. Looks to be like they're doing all their scoring in the odd innings. And Quentin Teets gets called strike 1 on this first offering. Second offering misses low and away for a ball. That one is chopped to Jackson Joyce at short. He's going to throw across the diamond and get the first out at first base there. That's going to bring up the right fielder, number 17, Talon Helgett. Helgett takes low, ball 1. Going to lift that one up, and Teets is going to take that one himself over there by second base for out number 2. That is going to bring up the second baseman, number 15, Arian Signs. Just pitch from Teets, and gets Signs swinging. Takes ball 2. Ball 3. That one is fouled out of play. And he walks in. That ball gets to the backstop. Signs hustling down to first base. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Cody Schultz. Signs leans off at first. Schultz steps into the batter's box. Here's the offering from Teets, and that's called strike 1. Signs does not go. Schultz takes a big swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch and is now down 0-2. Ooh, called third strike on the inside corner of the plate. And that's going to end things for Sleepy Eye. Wyndham down to their last 3 outs here. They need to score 6 if they want to keep playing. It's going to be tough as Mark Anderson has been dealing on the mound. Wyndham going to be sending Jackson Joyce to the plate here first. There's 6 hitters. We got hitters 6, 7, and 8 due up for Wyndham here in the top half of the 7th inning. Anderson pitching quick here again today. This game has gone about an hour and a half here. Here's the pitch from Anderson. That's a swinging strike. Wyndham not taking a strike here, it looks like. Down 6 in the final inning of the game. Big swing and a miss by Joyce. Quickly down 0-2. Anderson delivers. Swing and a miss for out number 1. 3 strikes on 3 pitches. And Joyce goes down swinging. That's going to bring up the second baseman, number 20, Joel Wallinga. Or now, pinch hitting, number 24, Spencer Clevin. So Clevin pinch hitting for Wallinga. Takes the first offering high, but in that strike zone that the home plate umpire likes to call for strike number 1. He's down 0-1 here. And strike 2. Looking. Anderson quickly ahead in the count, 0-2 for Sleepy Eye. Kicks and delivers. And Clevin swings and misses. So we've seen 6 pitches this inning, 6 strikes. And we got 2 down, and that's going to bring up today's starting pitcher for Wyndham, Charles Erickson. So this is the last out here for Wyndham. I need to score 6 runs here with 2 outs. And Anderson says, I don't think so, and delivers first pitch strike. 7 pitches, 7 straight strikes from Anderson here in the 7th inning. And another swing and a miss. Charles down 0-2 here. Let's see if we can get an immaculate inning here. Oh, and he just missed that outside corner of the plate. So we miss out on the immaculate inning, but we can still see Anderson here strike out the side to end the game. And he fouls that one off out of play. So Charles still alive here. Wyndham still alive. A 1-2 count. The pitch from Anderson. That one's lined up the middle for a base hit. So Wyndham not going down quietly. That's going to bring up number 9, or their 9 hitter, the right fielder, number 27, Nick Wallinga. Actually, that's going to be Jackson Feeker pinch hitting. Feeker steps in. Here's the pitch, and that's up and away for the ball 1 from Anderson. Anderson delivers called strike 1. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jackson hoping to keep the game alive here for Wyndham. Swings and misses on that one. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on first here for Wyndham. Down to their last strike. Here's the pitch. And misses inside. That's going to ring the count full. Quentin Teets on deck if Feeker can keep this inning alive. Anderson takes a deep breath, pitches, and called 3rd strike to end the game. Anderson is pumped. Sleepy Eye is your tournament champion, winning the game 6-1. And they are spraying each other with the water bottles and enjoying this as they ran the table in the tournament. So Wyndham scores 1 run on 4 hits, and has 1 error. Sleepy Eye, 6 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. So again, Sleepy Eye is your champion of the tournament. Wyndham, runner-up. Great game played by both teams. We appreciate everyone who's either come out and watched in person or watched on YouTube here. We appreciate all your support, and stay safe.